Today's kind of an exciting day. It's kind of a milestone. It's totally a milestone. Today marks 1 year no contact for me. Yay! I thought I would just share a little bit about my personal story and how I came to be involved in learning and educating myself and now others on narcissistic abuse. So I was in a romantic relationship with a narcissist for 10 years. And we weren't married, but we were engaged, and it was a long-term serious relationship. And I knew it was emotionally abusive within the first year. I knew that he was manipulating me and he was controlling me and he disrespected me and didn't treat me very well. But I didn't know about narcissistic abuse, and I didn't know everything I know now, not even close. So, like all of us, I just hoped for the best. I just thought if I could do better, because of course he blamed me for everything. So, if I was able to be better to him, treat him well, that he would change and he would treat me good and treat me the way he did in the beginning when he was love bombing me. Of course, that never happened. You know, over the years, the abuse actually got worse. And of course, it was intermingled with the good times. We did have laughs, we did go on vacations, we did have fun, we had a great group of friends. And so I was very much in love with him. And so I took the abuse on the basis that I thought it was better than being alone, or it could be worse. And I don't know, I made a bunch of excuses. So I stayed and I stayed and I stayed and I tried and I tried and I tried. And of course, it only got worse and worse. And as the years went on, I was just unhappier. I didn't feel good. I didn't have confidence. I didn't look good. And I knew that it was a matter of time. I knew that I wasn't going to marry him. We never set a wedding date. So in my case, my narcissist was very big on the silent treatment. I received the silent treatment every few weeks, and it ranged from a couple of hours to a couple of days to a couple of weeks to a couple of months. And the silent treatment was the absolute worst. I would rather have him call me names than ignore me. And on December 12th, 2017, my fiance at the time got in a rage. We were on the phone, and he was upset about something that had nothing to do with me. And I was talking on the phone with him, and I was telling him to calm down, have a break. We would talk after work. And for whatever reason, he didn't like what I had to say, and he hung up the phone on me. And so that night came and went, and the next day came and went. And of course, we're approaching Christmas time. And I decided kind of then and there, I was just sick of it. I was just sick of being hung up on. I was sick of being ignored, being devalued. He just completely treated me like I was nothing, non-existent. I was nothing to him. And I started realizing that. I'm like, if he can treat me that way, then why? I'm young enough still. I don't need to spend the rest of my life with somebody who doesn't value me, who doesn't appreciate me, who doesn't love me. And so it was then that I basically cut everything off with him. I blocked him. I returned his stuff, and that was the end. I went through Christmas with my family. I went out of the country. I left, and I came back in the new year, and I started searching on YouTube. I started searching on the internet for, I think the key word that led me to narcissism was the silent treatment. And I was like, why? I searched, why does my boyfriend give me the silent treatment? Why does my boyfriend ignore me? And I'd searched that many times, but for whatever reason, maybe I was ready to actually see it this time. I saw a link to a podcast on narcissism. And I think because my mindset was right at the time that I was done, I didn't want to go back to him, I immersed myself in learning every single thing I could. And I spent hours a day, literally 2 to 3 hours a day, listening to podcasts and YouTube videos and Googling and Instagram. And I learned everything I could about narcissism. I diagnosed my ex as a narcissist, a malignant, covert narcissist, 100%. He checks off every single box on the trait list. And so that really helped me to go no contact. I knew at that point that there was no fixing it. I knew that it was only about fixing myself. And here I am. It's 1 year later to the day. I am a completely different person. I feel so good. I look a lot better than I did then. I've lost a lot of weight, 40 pounds. It's a good difference. And I am happy. I've had relationships since then. And I know that I am a high value woman. I know that I am worthy of love and respect. And I just want to share my story with you to let anybody know that's in the narcissistic abuse right now or just leaving it, that 1 year is night and day. And I remember those first few weeks and months after leaving, it was very hard. There were many, 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 many hard days where, I cried and I questioned and I wondered whether it was me and I wondered if I made the right decision. But I did. I absolutely did. If you are thinking and questioning that right now, I'm going to tell you 100% you are making the right decision, because even to be alone, if you're afraid, like for me, fear was a big part of leaving. Afraid to be alone, afraid to lose my friends, which I did. I lost all of my friends in the breakup. I left not just one person, I left a dozen people easily. And that was hard too. But you know what? You make new friends, you get new relationships, you reconnect with yourself. I've got so many new hobbies and so many new activities that I do by myself, and that in itself is empowering. So just know it does get better. It will be okay. You're going to be just fine, and you're going to be so much better off for it. So 1 year, no contact today. I do not regret my decision at all. The only thing I regret is not leaving sooner. So I hope this empowers some of you today to get out there and get out of there. I love you all. Thanks for your support and good luck.